Yes, we finished the listening and strategies activity A. Now we need to finish activity B. Listen to the conversations below about the radio show. Complete each one with expressions you hear. Then practice with a partner. All right, so we're going to listen to this audio and complete the sentences, all right?
Okay.
Perfect. There, go ahead. I'm gonna turn off my camera and audio so you can hear the audio better.
Okay.
1. Do you believe we're born with talent or do we develop it through practice?
Probably both. I mean, if you're a natural athlete, you won't become really good if your parents and teachers don't encourage you and everything.
Without a doubt. Yeah, it's the same for music and that sort of thing. 2. Do you think children can succeed at anything if they're encouraged more?
Oh, I don't doubt it. My teacher gave me extra books to read and that kind of thing. I'm sure that helped me with my studies and all.
3. Do you think some parents push their kids too hard?
Yeah. My mom made my sister take ballet and stuff. She hated it. It was a waste of money.
No doubt. I mean, swimming and things like that are useful, but...
There, now Leslie is with us. Hi, Leslie. Leslie.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Okay, Diana heard an audio to complete this activity. Diana, what did you hear?
The first line and everything.
And everything. Okay, what else? Next.
I don't hear this.
I hear that one. Next.
And that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. Okay, next.
I don't doubt it.
Okay, next.
I don't hear.
Okay, next.
And all?
No.
Yes, no.
And next.
And stuff?
Next.
No doubt.
And the last one.
I can hear.
Here. All right, Leslie and Diana, listen to the rest of them, please. Listen one more time and then compare your answers, okay?
Okay.
1. Do you believe we're born with talent or do we develop it through practice?
Probably both. I mean, if you're a natural athlete, you won't become really good if your parents and teachers don't encourage you and everything.
Without a doubt. Yeah, it's the same for music and that sort of thing. 2. Do you think children can succeed at anything if they're encouraged more?
Oh, I don't doubt it. My teacher gave me extra books to read and that kind of thing. I'm sure that helped me with my studies and all.
3. Do you think some parents push their kids too hard?
Yeah. My mom made my sister take ballet and stuff. She hated it. It was a waste of money.
No doubt. I mean, swimming and things like that are useful, but...
There, Leslie and Diana, can you please compare your answers?
Okay. So what do you have, Leslie?
Sorry, I can hear the first.
What do you hear?
I only hear and everything.
Well, I hear and everything without a doubt and that sort of thing.
The next, I hear, I don't know it, that kind of thing, and all that.
Okay. In the last one,
And stuff, no doubt, and think that.
well, the last part, I think things like that.
Things like that. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
All right, ladies. So what do you have over here on 1A?
Without a doubt.
You repeat?
Without a doubt.
Got that. Okay. Next, extra books to read.
And that kind of thing.
Okay. Next, and all. Okay. And the last one.
Things like that.
Okay. What about this one? Is this and all only?
And all that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good. Can you please practice, ladies?
Okay. So Leslie, do you want to start?
Do you believe we're born with talent or do we develop it through practice?
Probably, but I mean, if you're a natural athlete, you won't become really good if your parents and teachers don't encourage you and everything.
Without a doubt, yeah, it's the same for music and that sort of thing.
Do you think children can succeed at anything if they encourage more?
I don't doubt it. My teacher gave me extra books to read and that kind of thing. I'm sure that helped me with my studies and all that.
Do you think some parents push their kids too hard?
Yeah, my mom made my sister take ballet and stuff. She had it. It was a waste of money.
No doubt, I mean, swimming and things like that are useful, but
Very good. The next activity is ask and answer the questions with your own answers. Okay. Here you have three questions. Do you believe we're born with talent or do we develop it through practice? Number two, do you think children can succeed in anything if they're encouraged more? And do you think some parents push their kids too hard? Please, ladies, ask and answer the questions and give your own answers.
okay,
All right. Eduardo is coming in, so please ask him too, okay?
okay. So, do you believe we're born with talent or do we develop in without practice?
Hello, guys.
Hello, teacher.
Should I ask you first?
Are you talking, Diana?
Yes.
I think
Actually,
you are right.
yes, I asked the first question.
Uh, well, I believe in that about there are some people who born with these talents who doing natural, you know. But at the same, I think you don't have limits. If you love it for practice, you can be better in something what you want.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, uh, not all of the people um, born with a talent, but you don't need to born with a talent to be good at something like learn languages, dance, sing, and everything. You can talk. Um, I think that's it.
What about you, Eduardo? I think it's not fair. And you, Monique Carmen?
Hello, sorry, I was in trouble and I recently get into the class, so I don't know. I don't have any idea about what you're talking
Oh,
about.
do
Sorry.
you believe we're born with talent or do we develop it through practice?
An interesting question. I would say that sometimes people are born with some kind of talent, but most of the time they develop through life. This saying is just like a story. I don't know if you have heard about it. The tortoise and the rabbit. That it's short story from Aesop. And I consider that in this case, looking at the rabbit. Okay, so the rabbit is an animal that is faster and somehow it's smart, right? But he considered himself just as the most awesome animal around the whole forest, right? And then the tortoise or turtle is not just like that. So when I found this part of the story, I consider that most people, and I'm talking about me, we are like the turtle because even though we don't have those specific talents, we can't go for it. We can push harder and then we can get our reach our goals. So in my case, I consider that we are more like, okay, you got some talent, it's going to be difficult sometimes, but if you work harder, it could be a better opportunity for you to develop through your whole life. So I consider more in that part. We develop skills and abilities through our whole life. I don't know, what do you think? Or you have already finished? Sorry.
Yeah, we answered that. Do you think children can success at anything if they're encouraged more?
If they, sorry, can you please repeat that?
Do you think children can success at anything if they're encouraged more?
If they empower or the last
Encourage,
part?
Encourage.
Encourage. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, talking about kids, maybe if they are rise or they are grown into this part of, for example, if you teach them how to go over certain things or activities or situations, I consider they can success at any moment. But obviously this is sometimes difficult to deal with. Because, for example, I got my daughter, and what I'm doing with her all the time is just to encourage her about trying to do her best all the time. If someday, because that happened to all of us, we feel like blue all the time, it's okay because it's part of life. But we have to teach them, or in case that's something that I'm doing with my daughter, is that it doesn't matter what the difficulties are, as long as you do your best. So that's what I consider. So they can success if they are supported, and if they encourage. Obviously, in this case, we are talking about also discipline and habits, good habits in this case, because this is not going to be born out of the blue, right? So they can have success as long as they work for it. And also, we are as adults, right? We as adults, sorry. Um, we teach them about when it's good to be how is it good to be okay because, for example, you lose in a match, or that's okay, right? If you win, it's okay, you can feel proud of it. But if you lose, it's okay as well. So it's part of life, and we have to learn from that. Mhm.
I think if you give them the case and that kind of things, they can be our successful. But you know, it's like if you learn not only uh, mental and something like healthy mental, like say them you can do whatever you want, there will be feel that power, because when they are kids, if you give them that thing of feelings, they're they tend to be more self. I don't remember the reason. They tend to be more confident. I think that's one of the things what you're talking.
Yeah. In this case, to make our children be ground into comfy. I don't know how to say I forget the word. That word you say confident, but just as an outcome. But yeah, I get it. That's the part, and we have to support our children that way. Mhm.
What do you think, Diana?
I don't have anything to say.
Do you think some parents push their kids too hard?
Yeah, definitely. I consider that. Yeah, there are some parents that they um, push even harder than they should. Eh, but have to say that it's not just like saying it's okay. No, it's not okay. Mm, I don't know how to say it, but it's just like an announcement on TV that says a nothing without. You can. The thing is that you have to balance everything, right? And yeah, there are some parts that are like that. However, I consider that parents try to avoid um, situations that they maybe live when they were children. And when they on the way or on the path, when they are trying to avoid that situation, sometimes it gets difficult because it gets a little bit complicated for children. For example, there are some parents who were not exactly supported by their parents at that time, and they were just as a free souls, just to say something. And because they think it was not a good idea, because they feel somehow abandoned, so now what they do is just to focus on their children and to go exactly the opposite, to do exactly the opposite. So I consider that that's something that it's happening so recently. And also because, for example, in social media, some parents are, I get, or are used to share all the achievement or their children achievements. And so they get this part like competitions, and maybe it's because of that, and they start trying to push in harder to kids. Mhm. And for example, talking about the Olympics, I don't know how these athletes were grown, but I consider that they just like this part of being competitive all the time, but this is because of some parents. So yeah, there are some of them. What do you think? What can you say about it?
Well, I think now it's something what you don't look at that, because it's that old new generation where they think about that's bad. But in the others, I I you tend to watch that parents because their parents doing the same thing. It's something what you don't do because you want to do. It's something what you only do, but you don't see you're doing that. It's something like you watch a kid be pushing and you say or you think, I'm not going to be like that parent. But at the same time, you're ending doing that because it's something what you tend to do if you look a lot at things. It's it's something what I read about in an article about people tend to do what their parents doing because something what is in their brain. So we know it's bad for the kids to hurt, but at the same time, it's it's good if you you do at the correct, because like you said, there are some people who are good in something, and sometimes you need to be hard because you're a parent. It's something what they need. Sometimes the kid feels bad and they need to be pushed, but at a good man, at a good way.
Yeah, totally agree. That's part of just that you say, I'm not going to be like that mom or dad, right? And then you look back and somehow you realize that you are doing the same mistake. That's something that it's in my case, that's something that's happening to me. Where I just trying to avoid some mistakes, right? But as much as I'm trying to avoid them, I think that my um how to say, my unconscious mind, my conscious mind is just going back to exactly to the same. So I'm just trying to change that part, but um it's not that easy. Mhm.
Yeah, I think the parents is something really hard, and you don't really know. No one tell you how to be a good parent, so you sometimes forget the things what you don't like, and you always try to do the best, something like that.
Exactly, we try to do our best all the time. However, while we are on the path, it's totally normal to make mistakes. That's something that I always say, is that because because we are humankind. So that's why we tend to make mistakes. The problem it would be not to making mistakes. The problem would be if after making those, we don't correct certain situations. That will be the biggest problem, I think.
Very
What
good, guys. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what things Diana and Eduardo.
yeah, Diana, Eduardo.
Yes.
Yeah, teacher.
Any anything to add? Anything to say?
Well, I don't even know what they talking about. Or are you talking about problems, mistakes? I don't know.
The questions. Questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm sorry, 3, not 4. The last question that they just finished talking about was 3. They just finished giving their opinions on 3. But we can continue, okay? Maybe you can say something else later. And that would be the end of the lesson C. Okay, guys, so we're finished with C. What do you think about the lesson? What was it about?
Talents, skills, multiple intelligences. That's the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
I used
Mul-
recently. Mhm.
And what was lesson C about? Do you remember?
It's like expressions.
What kind of expressions?
And things like that and stuff like that
Yes,
And
vague
now-
expressions.
and all
Vague.
that.
Yes.
And also an expression to agree.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. What is the other expression?
Without a doubt.
Uh-huh. Is there another one?
I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it.
And yes, there you go. Perfect. Now let's continue with the next lesson. It will be lesson D. Can you please close your books? Close your books, please. We're going to start with lesson D. Ability, not disability. Do you see the picture?
Yes.
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 All right. In the picture, we have the word disability, but a person is crossing out the negative prefix, this, and is leaving alone ability. Now, in this picture, do you see an ability or a disability?
Totally an ability. An ability.
An ability?
Right.
An
Yeah,
ability.
an ability. Because this is not about that these two men cannot walk. It's because they can run even faster than just say than us, right?
Yeah, so they have an ability, right? What about this?
Amazing.
Amazing.
That's also, yeah, because that's a part of it. Yeah, even though I have my two legs and I'm not able to do all that stuff.
I was wanting to ask that. Do you guys,
Yeah.
can you guys do this sport?
No.
No.
No, right? No, neither can I. Okay. What about this picture? Look at all these people. What do what do the people in the front line have in common?
They are good at they are good at skiing.
They don't have their lower limbs. They are missing the lower extremities, but they all ski. Amazing, I think. Yes. So here we have another example of an ability and a disability. What would be the disability?
I think he's a blind guy, right?
He's a blind
Yes.
guy. And
Blind
what
guy.
would be the ability?
That he can do chores by himself.
He can do chores? Maybe, yes. Okay. What about this one? What is the ability?
He can
Read?
read. Reading.
Yeah, that's the ability. Is there a disability?
No.
No.
Yeah, what
No.
type of writing is this?
Braille.
Braille.
Ah, Braille. That's a word. Huh?
Braille.
I didn't
So-
know it. Okay.
So this man can't see. And even though he can't see, he can read.
Can read.
The same goes for here. Look at this. What do you think? What do you
The-
think when you see these pictures?
So freaking and amazing.
Is this freaking amazing? No, right? This is looks normal. What do you think about him now?
Even greater. Because once again, I'm just comparing them to myself, and
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not that strong just to
Yeah.
do all the activities that they perform.
I know. Do you personally know anybody with a disability?
Yes, yes, I
You
do.
do?
Mhm.
Diana,
No.
Eduardo, Leslie? You don't
No,
know
not
anybody?
really.
No?
No.
No.
What do you think they can't do?
Work so hard.
They can't work hard?
No, I mean they can because
But what do you think they can't?
they can't. Okay, okay.
What do you think they can't do? They can do anything, huh? They can do
Mhm.
anything they want. You
Yes,
think?
they can do anything they want.
All right. Now, what do you see in the picture?
Maybe it could be an athlete that he has already won a medal.
Yes, look at his medal.
Right.
What do you think he won?
Maybe I don't know what's the name of sport. That's the one that it's like running, that's in the wheelchair. Or
Running in a wheelchair, maybe. What do you guys
Mhm.
think? Eduardo, Diana, Leslie?
I'm not pretty sure.
Not sure.
Not sure, okay. Eduardo, Diana, what do you think he won?
Well, actually, I really don't know, but I think that's a successful people. And one thing that I know about that person is that they can work harder than us.
Yeah, they can. But what do you think he won? For example, Mari Carmen says thinks that he won a race. What do you guys think? He won a race or something else?
I agree with Mari Carmen.
You agree? Okay. What else? Any other opinions? Any other ideas? He could have won a spelling bee or something else. I don't know. But what do you think he
Well,
won?
I think that
I was
he can be a person
go
that
Eduardo.
who make presentations.
So he won a
Has
presentation?
Speaker.
Maybe, yeah.
I was up to say that. All right, like
Yeah, like a motivational
presentation or just like
presentation.
exactly. Those
A
are the ones
speech?
that a motivational speech or
Is there anything else? All right.
a
Now,
Nobel
I'm-
Prize.
a Nobel Prize? Yes. Okay,
Why
a Nobel
not?
Prize. Good. Now, look for your ideas. You have only 1 minute to look for your ideas. Once again, you have to look for your ideas. I mean, these are your ideas. You want a race, you want a presentation, a speech, or a Nobel Prize. Look for your ideas. Are you doing something, guys? You have 15 seconds. Okay, time's up. There, time's up. Tell me, are your ideas here?
I think no.
No, right? But what did he win?
A
Mm,
world champion ski. It's a world champion skier. Skier.
And a ski racer, and a ski race, and a ski competition.
Skier. Okay, ski racer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a ski competition, maybe, right?
Mhm.
Or he
Paralympic.
won a Paralympic medal.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Are your ideas correct? Well, you found your ideas. According to the article, once again, you have only 1 minute. Okay. The question is no books one more time. No books. I want you to focus on the computer or your cell phone. According to the article, what's the story about? Once again, you have 1 minute. What's the story about?
um, it's about Chris Wadley.
That's a good answer, but the question is what?
About the experience that this person is teaching us, or maybe the experience that this person had somehow, because he won different medals, but in this case because of the situation that he lived, because he had an accident.
Yes, maybe
Very good.
about
Yeah.
I think it's maybe talking about Chris sitting in a wheelchair and is paralyzed from the waist down.
So it's talking about a person with paralysis. What else? Became a skier in Paralympic history. What else? Climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And that's it,
World
right?
champion.
Kilimanjaro. There. So basically, a person in a wheelchair that skis and was in the Paralympics climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Yeah?
Yes.
Next question. According to the article, who's the article about? Can you tell me
Chris.
about Chris? Chris what?
Chris Wadley.
Waddle, yes, Chris Waddle. According to the article, when did his accident happen? Can you remember?
When he was in college.
Uh-huh.
He was in college? Find it. Can you find the answer?
Yeah, it's get in the course. When
He
Chris was a
was
college
a
student.
When Chris was.
A college
Yes,
student.
perfect.
Exactly.
There you go. Next. Where's Mount Kilimanjaro? Where is it? Do you remember?
No.
No? All right. Look for the answer.
No.
Yes. Mark the answer, please.
Right. I got it.
There in Africa. Very good.
Okay.
Yes. Next question. how many disabled people are in the world? Do you remember?
No,
No?
I didn't see that. No.
Okay, now I will give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds, okay? There.
Mhm.
Fast. Yes, what's the answer?
21 plus million disabled people.
21 plus million.
Mhm.
Yes. According to the article, what did Chris, what did he use for the climb at Kilimanjaro? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
There.
I think the wheelchair.
Nope.
No. An adapted bicycle and that I push with my arms.
Yes. Especially adapted.
Special adapted.
Yes, especially adapted bicycle. Yes, that he pushes with his arms. Very good, guys. Everybody has the answers? All right. According to the article, what has he become?
A good speaker. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
All right, I'll give you 15 seconds. Only 15. 15 seconds. Ready?
Okay, teacher.
Go. Yes, Diana. Very good. So
Where is
close.
it? Ah, okay. He has become. Oh, right.
A role model for all of us.
All of us.
Maybe, maybe. All right, but before we do that, let's take a look at this activity. Circle the correct option. Open your books, please. Go ahead and open your books. And honestly, I can't remember what page. I'll tell you in just a little second.
132.
Yes, 132.
Very good, 132. Yes, 132, very good. And circle the correct option to complete the sentences about the article. Before his accident, Chris Waddle was what? A ski champion, a climber, or a student?
I forget. A climber, right?
Ski.
Climber, a
Um,
skier, a ski champion. All right.
I think
Where
it's
is this answer? Is it in paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
And the
Number
first
one.
one.
The first one, paragraph 1. And what is the answer?
The article say, nevertheless, just 2 years after his accident, he won a place in the U.S. Olympic ski team.
So before his accident, Chris Waddle was
A
College student.
a college student. Yes. Okay, so the answer is?
A student.
A student. All right, continue with all of them, please. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's have 2 minutes for this. And at the end of 2 minutes, we'll compare answers. Okay?
Yes,
all right,
teacher.
go ahead. Begin. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, are you finished?
I think yes.
Please compare your answers.
Okay. Guys, what do you have for number 1? Actually, number 2.
Which one is the first one? Is before his accident? No, number 2, right?
Yeah, it's number 2.
He won more medals.
Yes, I have the same more.
Mhm.
The next one. What do you have
Number
in
3, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro was one of them to change his career.
I put attitudes.
All right. I mean, I was yeah, I get confused. Yeah, you're right. It's about altitude. I was thinking about the problem. Okay, it's okay. Mhm.
Okay. The next one, I have possible to climb.
Yeah, I also got that one. Possible to climb.
And in the last one, I have difficult.
Difficult.
Very nice, ladies. But Diana, no. Leslie and Eduardo, are you there, guys? I guess not. Okay, let's continue, ladies. So what are your answers? One more time. Number 2, you said more.
More
Number 3, you said
attitudes.
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 Number 4, you said
Possible.
possible to
Possible
climb.
to climb.
And number 5, you said difficult. All right, so let's check the answers. Number 1 is a student. What about number 2? Compared to other male, it's in the first paragraph, right?
Yeah.
He became the most decorated male skier.
You want a total of 12 skin medals.
What, Diana?
He won total of 12 skin medals. So he became the most decorated male.
The most decorated male. There. So compared to other male skiers, he won more medals. Perfect. Good job. Yeah, this is correct. Now, number 3. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro was an attempt to change. Where is this story? Which paragraph?
I think it's
On the
in
fourth.
4.
On the 4th? Very good. So I have one in paragraph 2. But let's go to number 4, like you said. Number 4. And where is the answer?
But I did it also in order to shine a light back on the disabled.
In order to shine a light back on the disabled. Is that it?
That's what I get.
Okay. What do you have, Diana? The answer, yeah, the answer is I wanted my climb to challenge those views, and so that people will start to see that 21 plus million disabled people in the world in a completely different way. There. So change attitudes, not history, not his career, but change attitudes. How do we get that from that? I wanted people to see in a completely different way. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be another one.
All right, there you go. Those are the answers. Thank you. Now let's continue with the next one. The next one would be, oh, I'm sorry. I want to change, mark attitudes. Number 4. Where is this answer?
It's on
5.
on the 5th.
On the 5th? Perfect, on the 5th. And where is the answer?
I choose Mount Kilimanjaro because it's more readily accessible.
Yes, there you go. So it's possible to climb. Very good. And the last one. Chris found the climb difficult. Where is this?
I think it's in the same paragraph.
In the same paragraph 5? And
Yeah.
where is it? Where?
It was very physically challenging.
Yes, that is the answer. It was very physically challenging. Yes, so it's difficult. Eduardo, Leslie, are you there, guys?
Yes, teacher.
All right, do you have some answers? Yeah, I hope you do. Eduardo, what about you? All right.
Yes, I
Good.
have those answers.
Those answers, perfect, very good. So let's go for the next one. Complete the paragraph with expressions in the box. So we have expressions in the box are these: completely different, extremely fortunate, physically challenging, readily accessible, special needs, and especially adapted. Go ahead, complete this in your book, page 130, what?
33.
33.
Yeah, 33. Yes, 133. Let's have 2 more minutes for this.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. Leslie and Eduardo, are you finished? I hope you are. Please, ladies, compare your answers. Eduardo, if you're finished, please compare your answers with your classmates as well.
And the first one of the things Chris believes is that everyone should see people with special needs.
Well, I have in this case I have really accessible, but I'm not pretty sure.
In this case, I choose special needs because it says people with space and disabilities, and the word that connects to me disabilities, because when we use the conjunction and, we join two ideas of the same characteristic. So that's why I connect or I match special needs and disabilities.
Yeah, actually I think about that possible.
Mhm.
Okay. So the next one.
Disabilities in a completely different way.
Yeah, completely different.
And he feels he has been extremely fortunate.
Yeah, I
Yes,
agree with you.
extremely fortunate.
Okay, to have the chances he's had. But in reality, Chris has created his own opportunities. In order to highlight his cause, he has taken on a series of physically challenging projects.
What did you say?
Physically challenging projects.
I think in this case it's
No, I don't think so.
I think this case is really accessible because in the next line, although Mount Kilimanjaro is physically challenging.
Yeah, because the next one is physically challenging to many people.
Yeah, in the article say.
I doubt about it because indeed the text says that Mount Kilimanjaro, based on the other exercise, they said that it was the possible to climb.
Yes, but
Uh-huh.
you see on the text in the paragraph 5, it was very physically challenging, and it referred about the Mount Kilimanjaro.
The problem is that you are not connecting the ideas. For example, it says, although Mount Kilimanjaro is really accessible to many people, Chris used a specially adapted bicycle. Well, I would say that part, but it's okay. Let's go on.
Yeah, in the last one, what did you say? Specifically adapted,
Uh-huh.
and this I agree.
Okay.
Oh, perfect, guys. You're finished now. Let's check it out. Number one, I will tell you the number one is one of the things Chris believes is that everyone should see people with special needs and disabilities in a completely different way. He feels he has been extremely fortunate to have the chances he's had. But in reality, Chris has created his own opportunities. In order to highlight cost, he has taken a series of physically challenging projects. Although Mount Kilimanjaro is readily accessible to many people, Chris used a specially adapted bicycle so that he could complete the climb. Chris proved yet again that anything is possible.
Okay.
Good.
Yes, teacher, it's okay.
Yeah, perfect. Any
Yeah.
questions, guys?
No, teacher, not yet. Thanks a
right.
lot.
Diana, Leslie, Eduardo?
No, not really.
Good.
I'm good.
All right. So this is he when he was younger, but this is him competing. What do you think about the story?
I think it's an interesting story.
Why?
It's incredible, unbelievable, and hazardous because of the things that he has done.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Now we're going to focus on vocabulary collocations. Collocations are when you commonly use two words together to express one idea. For example, find the words in the article that are used with the words involved. Use the words to complete the sentences below. What two words are used with skier? It's in paragraph 1.
Uh, decorated name.
Decorated
A
name?
world champion skier.
Oh yes, world champion.
Champion. World champion skier. Continue, please, with all of the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once again, let's have 2 minutes and then we'll check it out. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
There.
Number 2, he has spent half his life paralyzed.
Number 3, Chris hopes that his achievements will shine a light on people with special needs.
I agree. The next one, number 4.
People often have preconceived ideas about being disabled and don't know what it means.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes, me too. Chris likes to climb people's views and make them think.
Could you repeat that?
Chris likes to climb people's views and make them think.
No, in my case, I wrote challenge people's views.
Yeah, challenge.
Mhm.
The same as Maricam.
Oh yes, sorry.
No problem, it's okay.
Problem.
We are doing exactly the same, no problem. Number 6.
6. I think his mission in life is raising awareness about disability.
Raising awareness.
Okay. The next one. Has dedicated his life.
His life. Exactly.
The last one.
Conventional.
Conventional.
Conventional wisdom.
Okay. I didn't hear Leslie or Eduardo, right? Guys, are you there?
Yes, let me say something.
Let's
This
see.
is something wrong.
There you
Yes.
are. What about Eduardo? Oh,
I know.
not yet. All right, let's go. Number two, where do you have number two?
And
The answer is spent.
Spend.
Number three,
shine.
Shine.
shine. Very good. Shine a light. Number four,
Preconceived. Uh-huh.
preconceived. Very good. Number five,
Challenge.
challenge. Very good. Number six,
Racing.
Racing.
racing. Very good. Seven,
Dedicated.
Dedicated.
dedicated. And number eight,
Conventional.
Conventional.
conventional. Very good, guys. That was really good. Now, the last part, viewpoint, disability, and the community. Eduardo, are you there? Eduardo, can you hear me? Well, if Eduardo is not here, I was going to send you to breakout sessions, to smaller groups, but without Eduardo, we can't.
Sorry, I'm here.
You're
Yeah.
there. All right. So let's.
Okay.
You're going to discuss the questions and agree on an action point for the last two questions. The last two. What facilities? What do you think? All right. Let's go in session so you guys can ask and answer your questions with the classmate.
Okay.
All right. Do you have the
Yes.
page? What page is it?
133.
133.
Perfect. 133. Ask the questions. And when we come back, we're going to share some answers. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, guys.
Welcome.
Okay,
Yeah,
so can you ask again the question?
Yeah, sure, it's no problem. Do you know of any people who have overcome a disability to achieve something?
Yeah, I was saying that when I was a child, when I was in primary school, I got a classmate, and indeed she was my teacher's daughter. And before she was given a wheelchair, she was using a tricycle, and it's because she wasn't able to walk, and also because she had some problems with mobility, with body movements. And so when I met her, it was like the most surprising thing that I ever seen, because by that time I didn't meet anybody just like her. And the point is that you may say, no, that it was difficult for her just to overcome. Maybe it is all the time difficult, but after lots of years, right? So we go past primary school, and we finish, and then when we got into secondary school, we find each other again. And so she was studying now high school, but she was in the afternoon part, right? And so after years of we were good friends, and after lots of years, when I get into university, I realized that even all the troubles that she had to face, because in this case it was a teamwork, because it was her and her mother. Yeah, you know, as I mentioned before, her mother was my teacher, was my primary teacher. And I really how to say, I really admire the way they do things, because now I'm talking about a psychologist. Now she's a professional and she's psychologist indeed. And it couldn't be possible without the help of her mother. So I truly, really admire them because of all the things that they have been through so far, and they both amazing. And I don't know exactly how they managed to do this, but the point it was that her mother says that if it was on her hands to help her, or just yeah, it was on her hands to help her, she will do it. It doesn't matter what, but in this case, just being just like a mother with that courage, it's awesome. So I don't know, what about you?
Yeah, yeah, I have to say that it sounds really good. Sounds an interesting story. But I don't even know people or a specific person who have that kind of disability. But I just have to say that I look up to that people who work so hard to achieve their goals or just even improve their skills. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the part about just thinking about people who cannot even see, right? Or whatever they cannot do. Just talking about body, right? That's the
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
I'm talking about body, any part of body. But in this case, they, once again, I compare myself to them, and so I would say, right? So neither do I, neither me can do all those amazing things, so that's it, like the most interesting part.
Yeah, I imagine. So how
Yeah.
did they manage to do this?
um I mentioned before, I'm not pretty sure how they did it. But I think it was difficult. It's been difficult for all her life, for her entire life. Maybe because of all the situations that she could face, but I'm not pretty sure how she managed. But the thing, the real fact that I could say is that now she's one of the greatest professionals that I ever met in my whole life. So um that's the only point that I would say, because we were not so close, right? We weren't we didn't see each other so frequently, so I don't know exactly, but the point is that she is a really good psychologist.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
hmm
So, do you personally know people who live with disabilities?
I'm talking about my classmate, just no friend,
Yeah.
and I'm not pretty sure about meeting someone else. Mm, Not really. Mhm.
Well,
Um,
actually, in my
yeah,
case, I've
sorry.
been thinking about a friend of my cousin
Mhm.
uh, who is a blind person. So, yeah, he's a person. He's a blind person, but he has talent with playing instruments, and he also can speak English. That is something amazing because he always tell me, "Hey, can you teach me how to speak English or something like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. It will be a pleasure to teach to someone like you a language or something like that," which is something great. He's trying to play instruments like guitar or drums.
Yeah, and why not to even you can learn about even just reading braille, and
Yeah.
just I yesterday I was on this on social media, and I see a post from a closer friend where she take a screenshot of one of her online classes, and she mentioned that she gets, in this case, she has a classmate with I think she cannot speak, she cannot speak. So she's is that okay to say mute? I'm not sure, but the point is that this person cannot speak. And so out of the student, the teacher who was given the class, uh, she activated the camera, and then she started teaching the class using sign language. What's that amazing? So this teacher, I don't know how, but she really knows how to create this class to this student. So in my case, it was something really amazing and something that really made me think of about analyzing it, because in my case, I'm a teacher, and sometimes I work with some, in this case, with children and teenagers sometimes, and I was thinking about that part, what I would do if I were in that situation. So I think that you can learn many things from this person that it's you say that's blind. So I consider that you should take advantage of that part. Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I understand. And then it's what views do people generally have of disabled people?
What difficulties, if any,
What do
do
you
they
think?
face?
Yeah,
Mm.
I,
I think it's not exactly difficulties with themselves. They are not about. We are not talking about difficulties with using body or doing any daily chore. I think that it's about social perception. It's what like the word that they say. Preconceived ideas. That's the point. Preconceived ideas. With social. With society in general. I think that's like the hardest part that they deal with. And also I can add to this part that most of the places that in which we are involved, just for example, going to the park, just as simple as that, they do not sometimes these places do not have a special attachment, special places, I don't know, special attachments to help these kind of people to to go through or to enjoy the different things that they can offer, right? So I can see that's the hardest part.
yeah. What you were saying about view the people thinks about the disability people, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, you mean that society view. So what I think is that most of the people, teenagers, specifically teenagers, uh, don't be so glad that they're alive, they have their legs, they can speak, they can see. So that's something they have to be glad because there's just chilling or watching Netflix, and there's a lot of people with disability who wants to be better or improve with their skills or achieve goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's yeah, totally agree with that part. Hmm.
Well, that's what actually I think about the view of the people.
Yeah, sometimes it's yeah, I think it's because most of us do not
Yeah,
have how to say it, do not have knowledge, do not have information, right, about what is a disabled person, or what does disabled mean in treat, right? And also because most of the times we are how to say it, no, it's not here, we are eh, ah, prejuiciosos, that's the word, but I don't know how to say it. And so that's the point. And I think, once again, I think that society, that we as a society, we need to be to raise awareness about the situation. It's in general in all kind of topics, and so that's a part of it.
yeah, you have a point.
Mhm.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, the activity was to be for about, I don't know, I suppose 5 minutes at the most, but you guys took 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
teacher.
good. It's good. I'm not complaining.
Okay.
It's a good thing. The purpose is for you to speak. You did. You speak and you spoke a lot. You gave some very good opinions. Did you hear any interesting answers from your classmates?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the most interesting answer you heard?
I think in one of the answers, sorry, in the question, asked about people with disability. So Leslie told me about that he met a guy on high school and and about the situation. And actually he told me about that in one occasion she saw how his his classmates of the guy,
Her
uh,
classmate,
yes, her classmates taking a joke his disability.
taking a
Like,
job.
yes, and I think I feel bad. I feel bad for Leslie to saw this situation.
Yes, yes. You feel like you should be doing something, right?
Yes.
I know. Well, very nice, very nice. Thank you, Diana. Anybody else? All right, we're finished with this activity. The next activity is a writing activity, but we have no more time. We're finished for today. So we're going to do this part on Monday. Okay, guys?
Yes, teacher, please do
On
not leave
Monday?
us a lot of homework because I have to do a lot of with the platform and I've been very crazy.
On
What
Monday or
about
tomorrow,
tomorrow?
teacher?
Yeah, on Monday or tomorrow.
No,
Yes,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
yes,
Tomorrow.
I
I
I'm
said
sorry.
on Monday.
I did say on Monday. I don't know where is my head.
I think
Yeah.
you're confused.
We'll finish it. We'll finish it tomorrow. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And the homework is the platform. You need to work on the platform. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Do you have do you have any questions, guys?
No.
No,
No.
teacher. Thanks
No?
a lot.
How
No,
was the class today?
Good.
it was
All right.
great, teacher. Just to
Great.
discuss about this part, right?
Did you
Awesome.
did you learn anything new?
Yeah.
What?
About. Go ahead, Leslie.
Or what?
Sorry. About disabled people. I
What?
know there could be athletes, but I don't know much about ski people with disabled.
Okay. Okay. You learned something new. That's good. Thank you very much, guys. It was good class. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great afternoon. I will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow,
See you tomorrow,
teacher.
teacher.
Tomorrow,
Bye.
See you
teacher.
Bye,
tomorrow.
guys.
Bye bye. Take care,
Bye.
everyone. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.